match 1 with the old Yorion-Merfolk. Just 1 Yorion this time. This hand seems very reasonable, so we will keep it. Yep, so it does have Serum Powder, but as described earlier, Serum Powder can actually still be useful. Just having more mana to... That's one reason why it's hard for me to drop Castle Vantress, because it's just one of these cards that really rewards us for having a lot of mana. And this is where Brazen Borrower is very likely better than Repeal, because you know, it is actually a creature, and we do kind of need some kind of pressure. So let's see. Alright, Prowess. Definitely good to have the chalices. Although unfortunately we haven't seen any yet, but you know, we'll see. So we got choices here. We could play Spreading Seas. I think we probably want to play Dismember though, because or just bounce it. Probably bouncing it for mana efficiency is where we want to be. Question is to bounce it before they attack or after. I think we can do it after, because we can always Force of Negation the light up the stage. Alright, hopefully they use up enough that they can't replay it next turn. Yeah, I'll take the 2. It's not ideal, but there's a lot of advantage to waiting to bounce it. Particularly if we see Chalice of the Void. It seems like a long shot, but might as well play to it, right? Alright, continue putting counters. So we could play Serum Powder, or we could play Spreading Seas. I think, but also, but problem with Brazen Borrower is they can just easily Lava Dart it, but they would have to use a mana. Let's play Brazen Borrower, actually. The reason being is that the sooner we have to force them to use a Lava Dart, the better. I mean, at our graveyard at least. And if we can get in a few hits, at least it got some kind of value before Lava Dart takes it down. Alrighty. Yeah, so let's flash in Trickster and Brazen Borrower. That was kind of a mistake from the opponent. Alright, we'll tap down the Swift Spear. We want them to block with the Soul Scar instead of the Swift Spear. So it would have been the same thing anyway. Ooh, it's a little unfortunate, but so it goes. So here I think we want to play Spreading Seas, because we do want to play towards the towards getting max value with Yorion. Maybe we should have gone after the mountain. Yeah. Should I play Dismember? Yeah. I want them to block and play Lava Dart. Going to the mountain probably is not a good idea, because if they sacrifice Lava Dart, we both don't draw a card, and they can deal with the Brazen Borrower, so it's a little bit, the disincentives are a little too strong there. Is this going to save it? I guess with Lava Dart it will. We could attack for 2, but now suddenly attacking doesn't seem so... Well, I don't want to block either, that's the thing. But maybe holding back will just disincentivize an attack. Seems unlikely, but... I don't think chipping in for 2 damage is going to make the difference here. Alright, we're definitely playing Force of Negation on this one. Hopefully they're worried about like Mirror Regery or something. Nope. Alright, we're not going to block because we want to get max value with Master of Waves. So we missed on 2 damage, but I can... I think if the opponent was maybe a little more in tune with Merfolk, they might have not attacked. But, you know, alas, they seem to think that we probably don't have any. Let's get the Master down now while we can get max devotion. And we need to put Yorion in hand, so next turn, the Aether Vial does its thing. We will attack. And Master of Waves is definitely going to be the MVP here. In game 1, I don't really know that they've got a really great way to deal with this. It's not like a tremendous way to deal with this. We'll probably just jump block because we're going to reset Master of Waves tokens anyway with Yorion. By that same token, we could trade though too. I mean, by that same logic. This is Lava Dart. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the opponent has very good attacks here at all. Alright, so let's take this up to 5. Yeah, Yorion is super powerful with Aether Vial. No doubt about that. So I think we're going to attack with all because we get to reset. If they double block the Merfolk Trickster, I think I'll just blink it with Yorion. Alright, let's... Just blink everything except for the tokens, which will go anyway, including the Aether Vial because we do want it reset. And we're keeping 3 mana up for Force of Negation, of course. And this is a pretty good spot, if I do say so myself. And this is a lot of tokens. And pretty sweet. I mean, this is just core Merfolk synergizing with Yorion. The synergy is real. Alrighty. So our main deck Chalice didn't rescue us there, but still in theory good, and this is where Aether Gust is really going to shine. GG. I don't know if Echoing Truth is worth it. I think Aether Gust is probably fine enough as is. Spreading Seas is good with Yorion, but I think Yorion probably is good enough by itself. They actually don't play Island though. That's something to keep in mind. They don't play Islands. They only play yeah, but it's okay. I think we got enough flyers and other things. Yorion is actually a great late game strategy to win, even outside of Spreading Seas. Let's see. Master Waves can sometimes be busted. I can't really see myself taking out creatures, because I mean, I just really need them with Aether Vial. So, alright. Just run it back. It's nice to have Spreading Seas, but I just think it's the most obvious cut here. Main Depth Disruption in the form of Chalice is also potentially just so good. Also sets off the most common type of removal, like Lightning Bolt, Fatal Push, etc. We'll see. I mean, we play cards like Dismember that are also dead in some matchups. So, you know, so it goes. Alright, this is exactly the type of hand Serum Powder is in here to help with. It sucks that we have to exile a Master of Waves, but so it goes sometimes. And we got Aether Vial, but not much else. Aether Vial is really good though. You know what? We might get Chalice, so let's Powder again. Chalice is probably better. This hand is far worse. Kind of makes us wish we could have kept the previous hand, but we will mulligan. Well, this hand is also utter terribleness. Well, hey, if I'm going to mold a 5, at least I think this hand is one of the more reasonable 5s we could hope for. And I think probably putting Conclave and Island on the bottom is where we want to be. Conclave is nice, but like Castle Vantress also is utility land, but it's utility land that comes into play untapped. So I'm going to err on its side. Alright, here comes the Swifty. Well, we can untap our Yorion, so that's pretty sweet. You never know, that really could come up. Huh. This could be buckets of damage here. Yeah, this is buckets of damage. Buckets of damage next turn. I think we're chumping with Lord of Atlantis, folks. I mean, they can deal potentially 8 damage, possibly more, 6 plus 8. Well, okay, never mind, I'm playing Smuggler's Copter. Have at me. Give me your best shot. Yeah, this could be very ugly, but I don't think chumping with Lord of Atlantis is really a winning strategy either. We were sort of mulling the Chalice. It didn't work. But in the conceptually speaking, though, this is one advantage to playing Chalice in the main, is that even though we didn't actually win last game with Chalice, maximizing our chances to win game 1 is very important, because, you know, you can always drop game 2 like here. maybe we don't... You know, the opponent's hand could be exceptionally terrible. Maybe they're deterred by Benthic Biomancer. If that's Manamorphose, they really should have done that on their main phase. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. You know, we'll see if they can string together lethal, but they might miss out on lethal. Because if they've got like a sorcery, they can't play it. I don't know if they really play many sorceries. They do play a lot up the stage, though. That's definitely a very realistic possibility for something they could miss out on. Alright, so... See, we kind of needed Chalice there. Like, you know... The amount of damage they did was just a lot in the first 2 turns. Yeah, let's just run it back. We got the tools, we just didn't see Chalice. Coming with Lord of Atlantis wouldn't have made a difference, because they still had the Lava Dart flashback. They could have just Lava Darted, flashback, and Lightning Bolted. That would have been 11 damage. Not counting the, that would have been, you know, 2 4/4s and a 3/3, and they wouldn't have had to even, that's not factoring in, yeah, the 2 damage saved. Okay, well, this is, we just get this without having to Serum Powder for it, so we'll take it. Hopefully they don't really have a way to, they probably play a Braid, but hopefully they don't have one of their copies in their hands. I mean, if not, we've got the tools. We've got the tools big time. We're gonna play Mutavault because we may want to animate Mutavault and then use it, and then tap it to bounce. And we can't do that for that Summoning Sickness. So it'd be really nice if they did not have a Braid. For some unknown reason, I think they usually only play 2 or 3 copies of a Braid. A Braid is exactly the kind of card that is good because you can play it as a 4 of, so I don't understand the logic. A lot of people seem to be doing that. I've never subscribed, though, to the belief that just because a lot of people do something that it's the correct way to do it. You know, conceptually speaking, like I said, a Braid is just very versatile. It's useful in a lot of matchups. When you really need artifact destruction, it's nice to have all 4, and you know, the fact that it can also hit creatures, I think, really mitigates in favor of playing all 4. You know, so we'll see if the opponent. We don't know how much the opponent is playing, but I'm guessing it's less than 4. And let's see if they're punished, because they're significantly less likely to draw it if they play less than 4. Yep, I think the opponent's punished for trying to be clever playing less than 4 Braids. Will the opponent learn their lesson? Only time will tell. Yeah, so we're going to do that plan. We're going to animate Mutavault. They're probably going to do something, and forcing them to tap more is going to be an advantage to us. Then we tap the Mutavault and bounce. Alright, so we just bounce anyway. Pretty good value here. Alright, I guess opponent is conceding. Alright, well, you know, Chalice for the win. Obviously, it would have probably been the same thing since we didn't see Chalice in game 1 anyway, and henceforth, and hence we wouldn't have seen whatever Chalice, you know, what else would have been in Chalice's place. But still, showing the power of Chalice and why it's still got a place here. Alrighty.